everyone has their own brand of psychic or intuition that they're more in tune with. Like I said, it's that natural ability that we kind of all have. What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Welcome to the Roxy Talks Manifestation Podcast, your raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic source for all things manifestation related. I'm Roxy Lee, and for the last decade, I have been researching and developing my signature 360 method, which combines behavioral science, quantum physics, and the law of attraction to help you manifest a life beyond your wildest dreams. Visit roxytalks.com for more info. Now, let's get into it. Everybody in my life that I'm connected to, I feel like is very intuitive, which it makes sense that I would, attract people like that into my world because I'm like swirling in this shit. Like I eat it, think it, breathe it, speak it constantly. It is my world 24/7. So having, hypersensitive people in my world makes sense. And I really do. And what that and, doing my one-on-one coaching has really helped me with a lot is like it helps me when I'm having these conversations with people and I'm just kind of again like zoning in or zoning out, however you look at it, and just kind of attaching myself to the information and the story and the energy. I'm able to kind of really open up and listen and receive the information for people and kind of transmit or share that. And a lot of my one-on-one sessions feel like readings, like psychic readings are like sometimes I'm like, this feels like a tarot reading. And then the other thing about tarot is funny is like sometimes when I'm doing tarot, I'm like, I don't even need these fucking cards to tell this bitch this. I would have told her the same damn thing without these cards. But like you don't want to believe without the cards, right? So it's just like now that I'm doing these like so many coaching sessions, I'm getting to really open up and tap into not only am I learning about manifesting, I'm learning about people and their connections and how we all operate, but I'm also learning how to hear beyond what they're saying, hear what's in between, hear the message, hear what they need to hear, and be that conduit for them. And I've had quite a few instances where I'm like giving a random analogy because everybody kind of knows me as like, people call me on YouTube the analogy queen because these motherfuckers just pop in my head all day long, just analogies, constant new analogies all the time. So the sometimes I'm giving, I'm in a session and I'm giving like a random analogy that just popped into my head that I've never said before because they're always like they're not always new. Sometimes they come back around, but, like, for the most part, I'd say they're, like, 90% they're different every single time. And so they're just random, and I'll just say the most random shit, and to me, it's just I don't know, I just saw this image in my head, but I've had all these situations where the thing that I chose to say resonates with them to where they have one of those, like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you just said that" moments. And I can't remember, what was it on my I can't remember if it was the live mental diet workshop or my, live scripting workshop. But on one of those recordings, I had 3 separate visions, if you will, or, like, analogies pop through that were, like, super random to me that I'd never said before, but very super specific to the individual person I was talking to during a live workshop. So, oh, by the way, I just want to mention we are kind of shifting things as far as the offerings that I'm having at my website. And if you are interested in getting those packages, the mental diet, the live workshop, or the live scripting workshop, they're going to be kind of going away here in a few weeks, not necessarily forever, but they're not going to be available on their own anymore. So if you want to get them while you still can individually, I would suggest grabbing them now because here soon you only be able to get them as part of a larger package or bundle, which of course, is going to be amazing as well. All of it is. I love the stuff that I do. But if you want to get these smaller ones by themselves, I would suggest doing that now. That's of course at my website, Roxy Talks. But either way, get it while you can. So everyone has their own brand of psychic or intuition that they're more in tune with. Like I said, it's that natural ability that we kind of all have in one area or another. So some people, they hear messages or they know things or they see things or they're speaking to spirits or energies or, they're getting downloads and so many other ways that we can probably only begin to scratch the surface of, right? But if you want to know what yours is, pay attention to how you intuitively know things and connect with that area within and try to listen to the energy and not with your ears, but with your awareness. Be open to what you hear or think or feel, or just like that, of course, that gut feeling, of course. But for me, it's, like me, I said, I'm not really like a visceral gut feeling type intuitive. Mine is like very much cerebral, it's very much like in my head. And so my intuition can sometimes be like a nagging feeling, of course. But that is more like this idea that won't stop popping in my head. Like, don't forget about this. Don't forget about this. It's like a little reminder you set. It's like a snooze button. And like, I really, really am, choosing my words carefully. I'm really good at paying attention and not hitting that snooze for too long because if you hit the snooze for too long, you miss the bus either way, right? So just making sure, like, there we go. Just as a matter of just in real time, just so you know, like, what that analogy was in my head was just I just saw like a boom, as a little just like a bus, like the back of a bus just like zooming by your window. Like it was just like a moment of high school, like a oh shit, like I'm fucked, like just really in like less than a second's time. There was one right there. I'm glad one popped through. Thanks. Thanks, universe or analogy giver. Whoever's in my head, whoever's giving me information, and maybe it's not all the time because it's not always like hilarious, but there are some times when like they literally crack me up. They literally crack me up sometimes. And somebody on Mindset Monday today kept asking, "Do you think the universe has a sense of humor?" And I didn't answer it because I was like, that is such a loaded question. And I was trying to get off so I could like come and record my podcast. But I would definitely love to explore that at a later date. Because someone in my team, whoever's back there has a hilarious sense of humor and it definitely cracks me up sometimes. So I very thoroughly enjoy like it's like if it's Ninja Turtles then it's the Michelangelo in there. I thoroughly enjoy the Michelangelo and appreciate it. Not that it's any less important than the other ones cuz let me say I am a Raphael by the way. So again, if you want to look at and develop and explore what your own personal brand of intuition or psychic ability is. Pay attention to the way information comes to you, what your gut feeling looks like to you when you know something ahead of time. What does that look like for you? How does it feel? Listen and be aware of the energy. Pay attention to yourself. Look back, draw conclusions, things like that. More than likely, you probably already know a little bit, but maybe you're keeping it at bay. You're not being fully giving it the full recognition it deserves. Because even I, was kind of doing that myself. And now, as I am just saying, like as in manifesting, I say this all the time, as I'm just saying that I'm, open to being psychic or I am more psychic, I'm becoming more psychic, I'm getting more information or whatever the fuck I'm saying, it is manifesting. So if you want to uncover and develop your own, again, for just using the blanket term psychic abilities, then just start intending and saying that you are. And then it's really fun. You're excited about it. You love it. You're getting so much information. It's making so much sense. You're so good at it. You're getting better every day. Information is just flowing, yada, yada, yada. Build it up and use the words, use the language to make it do what you want and manifest yourself into the reality where you are really in tune with your own personal brand of intuition. And if developing your own understanding of your own personal power or whatever is something that's high on your list, I've got one on one coaching, really amazing transformative courses, and a bunch of free resources at my website, roxytalks.com. We're all about helping you understand your power in the world and then harnessing it, doing it, using it, doing the damn thing, and getting whatever the hell you want in life. No judges. I don't care what you want. As long as we're not hurting anybody or hurting ourselves, I don't care what you want. Go get it. And I'm going to show you how I can. It's easy. You can do it. So head to my website if you want more info on that. I hope that satisfies the itch for burning questions that you have for this week. Otherwise, you'll have to wait till next week. And just a heads up, next week's podcast is going to be about my first manifestation, or should I say my first conscious / deliberate. It wasn't really conscious nor deliberate, but it was like in real time went down and I knew it was happening, right? So, anywho, that story is coming next week on the Roxy Talks Manifestation podcast. So, check back and come listen to my first manifestation story. If you want to talk to me about what's going on in your life and how to get whatever it is that you're working on and make your manifestations work for you, I do offer one on one coaching. I also have really amazing transformative courses, workshops, and all kinds of fun stuff at my website, roxytalks.com. You can also connect with community members. We have a super, super connected and supportive community here. And I just can't speak enough to how much I love and appreciate you all. So comment down below. My intuition is getting stronger every day. My intuition's getting stronger every day. I feel like I know things more and more every day. I'm connecting more and more every day. I'm getting downloads every single day. I understand manifesting more and more every day. I'm getting more psychic every single day. I'm hearing messages more and more every day. Or whatever. I'm just making stuff up. You can too. Say whatever you want. It's up to you. It's your world. But whatever you do say is going to manifest in your world. So do not forget that. So be open, go forth, focus, stay in tune, stay in touch with yourself, stay in the moment, but also keep your thoughts in check. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you.